Cognitive dissonance can be the key to some of the biggest improvements and changes you can make in your life. That's certainly been the case for me. But cognitive dissonance is it's kind of the discomfort, the distress that you get, the anxiety, the worry that you get when you're trying to hold two conflicting beliefs at the same time. So this happens all the time, of course, if you're encountering new ideas, if you're debating, if you're trying to learn things. You have an existing worldview or an existing idea, and you come into contact with some fact or something that contradicts it. And because both of those things can't be true at the same time, you experience some stress. Which one's true? Which one isn't true? Which way do I go with this? And it creates some inner turmoil. And that turmoil is an opportunity for you to question your beliefs. So you don't get cognitive dissonance if you are sure of your idea or if you're open to new ideas. For example, if you get confronted with an idea that's absolutely absurd, if you think the sky is blue and I tell you, no, the sky is orange, you can just snort and kind of go on with your day because the sky is blue. We don't need to get stressed out about that. We don't need to enter the battleground of ideas on that one because it's pretty clear cut that it's blue. Right? But if I tell you something that kind of contradicts your worldview, I've done this a lot with people lately with discussion of racism and George Floyd and that kind of thing online. If I provide facts that contradict their worldview, they get very upset very quickly, and that's cognitive dissonance. When you confront some facts that are very credible, that are believable, and they contradict what you think, that is a very uncomfortable thing. But when you get that discomfort, that's a great opportunity for growth, because what you can do, and it doesn't mean you're wrong, by the way, just to start off, it doesn't mean you're wrong. What it means is that you have two valid ideas, and you need to put those ideas into the battleground of ideas, and you need to find out what the best idea is. The reason that this is hard for people to do is because they'll find a somewhat compelling idea. For example, systemic racism is a thing, and it's holding millions of people down, and yada yada yada. They'll take that idea, they think it's compelling, they think it's so compelling that they'll build it into who they are. So their identity becomes, I'm this person that stands against systemic oppression, I stand up for the weak, I stand up for the people that have been discriminated against, that's who I am. And when an idea becomes part of your ego, part of your identity like that, challenging it becomes insanely painful. So that's what's going on right now. That's what's going on in a lot of debates. It's people that have absorbed an idea into who they are, when really we should always be devoted to finding the best ideas. So if you can take that idea out of your ego, if you can take your ego out of it, if you can find a way to step back and not get emotional when you find some idea that contradicts your own idea, then you can figure out what the best idea is, and that's how you grow. If you face contradictory facts, and you find that they're better than the facts that you were working with, then you get to upgrade your worldview. You get a more accurate worldview. You get a worldview that's actually based more closely on reality. It's something more actionable. It's something you can do something with. Instead, what a lot of people will do when they experience this cognitive dissonance is they'll assume that it's coming from the other person that's presenting that idea, and that means that other person is bad, mean, or wrong, or whatever it is, and they can just write it off. I'm emotional because I'm upset about how they're wrong. But really, what we need to do is take that cognitive dissonance when we find it. We need to question why it's there, and question openly why it's there. Why am I feeling this way about that particular idea? Why does that idea upset me so much? And not just why is that person upsetting me so much? Why does that fact upset me so much? But what exactly is it about it that I'm upset about? Because you wouldn't get upset if you're facing a fact that you didn't find credible, or an idea that you didn't find credible. That's why you're getting upset. It's either that or because it's part of your identity. So if you can question it like that, then you can just find out what the best idea is. You can openly pursue truth. And if you can openly pursue truth, then that means a huge growth opportunity. But what you have to be able to do is experience that cognitive dissonance. And when you feel it, you need to be able to confront it, kind of look it straight in the face, and figure out what's going to be the best information to move forward with, rather than hiding from it. A lot of people will just kind of hide from this feeling. If you get it, it's like, you know what that means, that's not worth considering, or I don't want to talk to that person anymore because they try to contradict my ideas, and that's uncomfortable, so I'm just not going to talk to them anymore. And if we do that, all you're doing is saying like, I'm no longer aligned, or I'm no longer aligned to find the greatest truth or the best ideas. I'm just aligned to protect myself emotionally because I'm fragile like that. So that's what I think about cognitive dissonance. I think it's more important to know about more now than ever, just because of the amount of misinformation and disinformation out there. We really need to be devoted to finding the best ideas and the best truths, and that's the only way we're going to find actionable information that we can actually change the world with. So don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you guys like this content, and leave me a comment below to let me know what you think.